Yo, yo, yo. Hey, yo, what's good to all my heroes and villains out there? It's your boy LC. Guys, welcome to another episode of Heroes and Villains Collectibles. There we go. I don't know where that was on. But yo, check it out. It's your boy LC, guys. Welcome to another episode of Heroes and Villains Collectibles. And yo, check it out, man. I feel like I haven't done a live stream in a minute, to be honest with you. But one of the main reasons is, man, I'm way behind. You know what I mean? With working, and then I started going to the gym. So I'm always saying, man, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do a video right after the gym, or try to go live right after the gym. The only problem with that is that I'm at the gym like 2 hours, right? So by the time I get back, I'm dead tired. Then I gotta come home, make dinner. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I be shot. And then by the time I'm done with everything, it's like about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. So I'm like, man, it's too late to even make videos or go live. So I got to go to the gym today, probably about maybe 5 o'clock. So I'm like, you know what? It's Sunday. Let me go ahead and just do a live stream now. Sometimes it's easy for me to do a live stream than make videos. You know what I mean? Especially in this situation. I got to watch I'm trying to catch up on about 6 or 7 different reactions that I gotta do. So instead of just me doing one and then set everything off and then coming back and doing another, I'm like, you know what? I'll just do everything on a live stream, and then I'll just chop it up, and then I'll just have it in segments in the video. You know what I'm saying? But with that down, let me go ahead and okay, I want to be texting now. All right, let me make sure my audio is good before we even get started. All right, cool. Audio is good. All righty. Now, check it out. Before we get started, if it's the first time checking out your boy, make sure you guys go ahead, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and let you know when I have all types of videos or live streams or unboxings coming your way. All right? Also, make sure to follow us on the Heroes and Villains Collectibles Instagram if you guys want to check out the collection, whether it's Marvel statues, the Ninja Turtles, the Lego Bills, the Hot Toys, which, man, I've been slacking on unboxing these Hot Toys. I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Hot Toys I have to unbox. I've just been busy. And now with me just going to the gym, so like I said, by the time I'm done with the gym, I'm already tired, and plus I got to do a bunch of other stuff. So I'm happy that now I can finally catch up, man, because there been some trailers that dropped. There were like some featurettes when it came to He-Man. Really excited. He-Man is dropping next month, literally a month from now. Today's the 3rd. I think He-Man drops on June 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. Either June 3rd or June 5th, one of the two. And they dropped some Resident Evil, the Resident Evil trailer, the new one, which I want to see. You guys don't, for those of you guys that know me, I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. The Resident Evil 9 game, I done beat that game like 5 times. You know what I mean? So really happy about that. So also, not only do I want to do the reaction to the Resident Evil trailer, the director of the Resident Evil trailer, Zach Kreger, he also came out and did like a mini interview talking about his experience in making the Resident Evil movie. So I want to go ahead and check him out. You know what I mean? He said that some Easter eggs like this. I'm excited. Zach is a huge Resident Evil fan, which is the things that I love. Like, I want movies made. Let's see. Oh, what up, Strange? How's it going, man? Strange Dog Comic Wrestling. Nice. Hey, when it comes to comics, I'm here, baby. You know what I'm saying? I got speaking about comic books, man, real quick, I got over 3,000 comic books. A lot of them are key comics. And you know what I need to do? I need to get a bunch of them graded. I still haven't gotten not even one comic book graded. And I got comic books from up the wazoo. I got the comic book of the original, The Thing versus the Hulk from 1970 something. I still have the original one. I got comic books from the first X-Men, the first Avengers comic books. I mean, I got comic books that are old, like from the 70s, 80s, and not only Marvel. Like I got a bunch of DC comic. I got like every collection of the Flash comic books. I got a bunch. Man. I just gotta freaking do. What up, Sean? I got a bunch of comic books that I really gotta do some grading on. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I need some help in the sense where I gotta find out. Remember, you can't grade every comic book. I just want to get my key comic books and which ones are the ones I need to go ahead and grade. You know, you can't grade everything. But yeah, I got over 3,000 comic books, and I know for a fact. And I got a bunch of Spider-Man comic books. I got freaking The Punisher #1 comic book. I got a bunch of comic books that Transformers #1, the G.I. Joe #1. I mean, I got it all. You know what I mean? I just gotta take time and actually find out what's worth grading. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, we'll get to that. I probably did do a live stream on that separately on another day, just talking comic books. You know what I mean? That way, if any of you guys are expertise, I mean, but it's a lot of damn comic books that I have. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna have to pick out do different videos, different live streams on maybe between 10 to 20 comic books of, all right, guys, look, I took these out. Well, let's talk about these. Is it worth grading? You know, because I'm not the biggest expert in the world, but I do have a shitload, like I said, over 3,000 comic books. And a lot of them are doubles. So I got like 2 #1 Flashes, 2 #1 of X-Men. There's just a lot. It's too many comics. But anyways, getting back to the reactions, I'm actually going to do the reaction to the Resident Evil trailer. The director, Zach, talking about the Resident Evil trailer. They did drop some featurettes when it came to the He-Man movie, the Heroes and the Villains. I want to check that out. I haven't seen that. They actually did a trailer to the Super Troopers 3. Now, I'm a huge Super Troopers fan. For those of you guys that don't know, if you guys have not seen them, I promise you, go back, watch Super Troopers 1 and 2. These guys are just ridiculous. You know what I mean? So when I found out that they're doing a part 3, I'm like, oh snap. And then on my timeline, I saw the trailer that they dropped. I haven't seen it. So I'm like, you know what? Let's go ahead and watch that. I guess there's also a Jackass trailer I wanted to react to. Then, once we're done with that, the Cosmic Wonder has updates for Avengers Doomsday, which, man, when the hell are we going to get that trailer? And he has an update for the Spider-Man Brand New Day end credit scene. That supposedly, now, yo, I haven't watched it, but supposedly it's about, remember in Spider-Man, everybody forgot who Spider-Man was. So, supposedly, the only ones that know who Spider-Man is Peter Parker is Hulk, which, not Bruce Banner, but Hulk knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and Steve Rogers, Captain America. Because when they erased everybody's memory, Captain America was he was off-world. He was in another universe. So, which that makes sense. I mean, if Captain America is in another timeline, then it makes sense that he still knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So I want to check that out, see what that's all about. And then the last 2 things are the trailer. I guess they dropped the new Spider-Man Noir full trailer in black and white and in color. The reason I left those for last is because, man, when they first dropped the Spider-Man Noir trailer, I tried to do reactions for it, and for some reason, they wouldn't let me post them. Like, it would be blocked. And I'm like, why are you blocking my reaction? So I couldn't really share them to YouTube. Every time I would upload it, it said it was blocked. So that's why you guys see there's no reaction to the Spider-Man Noir. So I left those 2 for last so I could do the reaction for the black and white and the color. Now know this, when that Spider-Man Noir drops, I'm watching it first in black and white. So comment below, guys. Make sure you guys let me know when that Spider-Man Noir drops. How are you watching it first? I'm watching it first black and white. Then when I'm done with all the episodes, then I'll watch it again in color. But Spider-Man Noir was meant to be watched in black and white, in my opinion. All right. So with all that done and said, let's go ahead and check out some of these reactions. And like I said, it will be chopped down in segments. and I will be posting them in videos. But yeah, this is just the easiest way for me to knock everything out at the same time. Like I said, I've been busy hitting up the gym. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, you know what I mean? I don't lost in a week. In a week, I don't lost 30 pounds. Hitting up the gym 2 hours every day, 2 hours every day. Cardio every day. You know what I mean? So 30 pounds in a week, that's impressive. You know what I mean? So I'm sipping on some coffee right now. So, all right, let's not waste no time. Let's jump into some of these reactions. We're going to do the reaction to I'm really excited for Resident Evil. Man, I hope this is going to be, I hope it's crazy. Let's go check it out. Trailer stream, here we go. All right, guys, let's do this.
Hello? I had a little bit of a problem on the road. I was wondering if I could use your phone. Hello?
Yes, we're sorry.
Hey babe, look, I'm really sorry that we got disconnected earlier, but some things have happened. I'm in like a seriously messed up situation right now. And it looks like there's a chance that we might not get to talk to each other again. I just wanted you to know. I love you.
Oh, snap. Yo, real quick, I'm going to have to watch that again. I'm going to have to watch that. Yo, did you see? And I could be wrong. When he's on the phone, you can see there's a plant, like a herb. It was like a urn with like a green flower. Remember, in Resident Evil game, that's the health. You gotta get the herb. So I'm gonna watch it again. But when he's like on the phone on the floor and it pans out, you can see like a urn, like a flower. And yeah, we gotta check it out again. And then after this, we're gonna check out the interview. But oh my God, that was crazy. A little disappointed that I don't have the main characters, you know, like Leon or Jill or Chris Redfield, you know what I mean, or Claire. But I'm sure you could bring those guys on a sequel. You know what I'm saying? But oh my, yo, that was crazy. Who is that big bald? Was that like the baby? Remember, like, or that Dutch? Well, no, that dude was naked. I don't know. That looked crazy. Let's check it out one more time. One more time, yo.
Hello? I had a little bit of a problem on the road. I was wondering if I could use your phone. Hello?
Yes, we're sorry.
Hey babe, look, I'm really sorry that we got disconnected earlier, but some things have happened. I'm in like a seriously messed up situation right now. And it looks like there's a chance that we might not get to talk to each other again. I just wanted you to know. I love you.
Oh my God, yo, I'm watching this trailer for the second time, trying to catch like more Easter eggs. Yo, okay. Typical Resident Evil, right? You find a gun, no bullets. When he finds the shotgun, no bullets. Another thing I caught, when the trailer starts and then you see it at the end, he has the medical kit. You know, in Resident Evil, you gotta try to find the medical kit for when you get injured, you heal yourself. I love that. When the trailer starts, you see him with a handgun. I noticed that. Then we see him find a shotgun, no bullets, just like Resident Evil games, right? Then we see him with a machine gun. So it's like, okay, you're upgrading. You like when you find it, you always start with the gun, then you find like a shotgun, then you find like an AR. You know what I mean? That was cool. The second time watching it, yeah, that was like a flower pot with like a green herb. I did catch it now again the second time. Yo, now watching it the second time, you know what? I don't mind it. I mean, what I like is that it's just one person. It's not a group of people. It ain't 2 or 3 people. It's this one guy that all of this is happening to. Just like when you're playing the game. When you're playing the game, you're just one person. It's not 2. You're not in a group. You know what I mean? So everything is through his perspective. Like when you're playing the Resident Evil game, it's through either Leon's perspective, which is you that's playing the game. And then at the end of the trailer, when those zombies are jumping down and exploding, that was crazy. And then he's running with the first aid kit, holding on to it. I'm like, yo, man, listen. If this movie is, I mean, trailer looks dope. If this movie is as good as this trailer is making it seem, man, you know what? I'm not even gonna mind that we don't have any of the main characters. Like I said, please bring them on in the second movie. Like, for instance, as this is happening to this guy, we still have in the same universe Chris Redfield or Leon, and they're doing their own thing in another part of the city. You know what I'm saying? So that way, when you make the second one, it's all canon. Leon and everybody, you know, from Umbrella, they do it, or from the Raccoon PD, they're all doing their own thing while this is happening at the same time. Or like an end credit scene when this movie ends, like have him like bump into Leon or something like that. Like I want to see somebody from the game at the end. But this is dope. This is dope. Oh man. Yeah, and then I'm watching. I'm trying to find more Easter eggs as the trailer's going along. You know what I mean? But it's really cool, guys. Really cool. Do you have any graphic novels? Do you know what? I have like over 3,000 comics, right? But which is the one that I have? I know I have some. Man, I have so many freaking comic books. I mean, graphic novels, unless they're like comics, maybe. Trying to think because I have so many, and I have them all in the case in the boxes. Which is the one that will be considered like a novel? I think. Damn, I can't put my mind to it. I'm trying to think. I can't off the top of my head right now. I can't. But one of these days, yo, we're gonna go ahead and do a live stream and talk comic books, and I'm sure in there I got. Probably some of them are going to be novels. Some of them are some thick ass books that are there. They're like the whole sets. It's just so much. It's just so many comic books. but the novels would be comic book related. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna be on anything else. You know what I mean? So, but yo, that was dope. Let's go ahead and find out now what I want to do. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this Resident Evil trailer. I want to play now the interview that Zach did, the director, when it comes to the Resident Evil movie. Now, he's the one that did the movie. All I know is that he's a huge Resident Evil fan, and that's what I love. Like, if somebody is going to direct a comic book movie, I want him to be a comic book fan. You know, I don't want them to get some random dude to come. I don't want them to get a random dude to come and direct a movie that he doesn't even know about. Oh, I don't like superheroes. Then why the hell are you directing a superhero movie? You know what I mean? So that's the thing. So I'm like, you know what? Oh, Amazon. Looks like I got a package outside. So, you know, that's the thing though. So I love that this movie is being directed exactly from a fan. So yo, let's check out his interview. That's it. Let's not waste no time. Let's check out his interview, his thoughts while he was making this movie. Here we go.
This is for sure, bar none, my most visually gonzo movie. All right, I'm Zach Kreger. This is the teaser for Resident Evil, which is coming out September 18th. Okay, so basically, my rule for this movie was to just try and make a movie that felt like my experience of playing the games, that could live in the world of Resident Evil. So this, you know, I feel like this movie takes place alongside the events of Resident Evil 2. I like to think that, you know, everything that's going on in the police station could be happening in this world. This is just another dude on another mission on the other side of town, and like what's going on with him.
That's what I'm talking about. I love to hear that. Resident Evil 2, we had Leon. So we might still get Leon. We had what? Resident Evil 2 with Leon and Jill, if I'm not mistaken. So I love that he said that. Because they're canon, they're just in another part of town. That gives me hope. Resident Evil, and he's talking about Resident Evil 2, the video game. So that is right there is amazing. I'm happy to hear that. He's making it canon with the game. Let's continue.
So yeah, I mean, it's not canon in that I'm not using the characters, but it's canon in that it lives in the actual, you know, day of reckoning and Raccoon City. So he, you know, this movie follows the characters. He's outside of Raccoon City. He's got to get into the center of it, and we're kind of with him as he goes through this gauntlet of set pieces as he gets deeper and deeper into town. And so you know, what I love about the games is that, you know, every set piece brings with it unique new horrors. And so I wanted the rhythm to feel like it was always changing, it was always shifting. You were always facing increasingly bigger dangers, and you had to be aware of, you know, resource management and health and things like that. So I really did use a lot of cues from the games on how to build this thing out. And so yeah, it's a love letter to the games, which I fully obsessively love. All right, so one of the things that I love about Resident Evil is the graduation from gun to gun to gun. So you can see in the first shot here, he's got a pistol. That's the first weapon that he acquires. As he progresses, he'll graduate to the shotgun, and then ultimately he'll get an MP5. That's one of the fun things about playing these games is whenever you get the new weapon, you're like, oh, fucking thank God. Thank God. And so his character kind of has that reaction as he does it. A lot of this movie is like third person, you know, so there's a steady cam following Austin, our actor. And it was really a dance between him and our camera operator. So, you know, when I had a really wide lens and we're kind of over his shoulder. And so when he looks left, we like pivot around to look left. And when he looks right, we swing around and look right. So I really tried to incorporate just the visual language of the games into the movie. There's also, you know, a fair amount of first person shooter stuff in this movie that is, you know, the games utilize sometimes, but really just like you're behind the character, and when they look right, you look right. When they look up, you look up, and just letting that be the most common visual language of the movie, I should say, is very much from the games. This is for sure, bar none, my most visually gonzo movie by far.
I always come back stronger. The sun is forever, and so am I.
PlayStation.
I want to get on these ads. Okay, let's go. Okay. Here we go. Let's continue.
Think about how I like to play Resident Evil, especially the first time I play one of the games. I like to go really slow through the world and just kind of drink it in and try and immerse myself. I'm pretending I'm there, like we all probably do when we play games. So Austin is our main character, Brian, I should say. He's moving slowly through this world. So if you've seen any of my other movies, I like to kind of like creep through these dreadful spaces, and Resident Evil is like the perfect playground for a guy like me who likes to just really take his time turning down a hallway, opening a door, and waiting for that Jack in the Box moment. And that's kind of what Austin's doing here, as he finds this abandoned farmhouse. I was a massive fan of Austin after working on Weapons, and I'm a bigger fan of him after making Resident Evil with him. He's so fascinating. He's the perfect avatar for the viewer. And what I wanted to do a Resident Evil movie where you're not following a badass with military training. You're following your average gamer like me. Like if I was thrust into a Resident Evil game, I would be terrified and I would be missing 95% of the shots I took. I would have to learn the guns as I go because I've played with an MP5, for however many thousands of hours playing video games. But if I have one in my hand, I'm like, where's the safety? How does this work? And so I think it's just kind of fun to be following somebody with no combat experience whatsoever as they're walking through hell with a machine gun. What he's carrying is important, and he doesn't know the whole picture when he accepts the job of what he's been tasked with. And Austin is just kind of this like perfect, very lovable but by no means badass guy, and his reactions to the horrors is I love it.
And it looks like there's a chance that we might not get to talk to each other again.
I just really love the idea of like you're moving through a sewer, you have no idea what's in front of you, and you come around a corner and you see a gigantic, obese, naked, hairless man just sitting facing you. It's like, to me, it's just like what is about to go down. I like the question there, and what does go down, I am also pretty happy with. Honestly, it's like part of the inspiration for the look of this guy comes from the book Blood Meridian. There's a character called the Judge in that book who's described as like a 7 foot tall, maybe albino hairless man, and I love the image of that guy. And so this is just my little nod to one of my favorite books of all time. And it's like I don't have a nemesis in this movie, that the games use, which is like this gigantic hulking, Terminator that's following you. But this is also like a little bit of a nod to the nemesis.
I love creating. I just don't love being
All these damn trailers. Here we go. All right.
I don't want to give too much away of whatever it is that's coming out of the door, but I will say that there's a mechanic that I've put into this movie that is, it might be in some of the games, and I just can't remember it being in some of the games, but basically it's a way the infected interact with each other, and it's something that kind of pursues him throughout the movie. And so I don't want to say too much, but I'm really excited for how this specific creature, for lack of a better term, how it changes and how it evolves over the course of the film is really fun. Believe it or not, this movie doesn't utilize zombies that much. It's much more focused on like the weird creature stuff than the zombies. There's really only 2 scenes, maybe 3 actually, now that I think about it, where there's like proper zombie stuff going on, and 2 of those 3 are in this trailer. There's this one right here, and then there's the one where he's running through the city streets and zombies are like detonating around him. But other than that, I wouldn't call this like a zombie movie necessarily. I just feel like you have this opportunity for the T-virus to do all these really fascinating things to the human body and to the world around you. And so to just limit it to zombies feels like a squandered opportunity. So I tried to, really vary it up.
Some things have happened.
Okay, great. So I'm glad you picked on the drawers and the empty shotgun, because one of the things that like is so integral to playing Resident Evil is you're constantly searching for healing items and ammunition, right? And that's what he's doing in these scenes where he's going through the drawers. He's found a shotgun. He's got no shells. He's got to find the shells. So he's got to like comb this house for these like vital, bits of ammunition. And so you can't really do a proper, love letter to the games without that. And so I've also hidden some, I think you can see one in this trailer maybe. There's a plant, camera screen left over his right shoulder. You can kind of see it. In the movie, the shot pulls back farther and you can see it. But I took the green herb from Resident Evil 4 and I replicated the bucket exactly. You can see the bucket there at the very end of that shot with the horizontal copper striping on it, and the herb is like exact for the Resident Evil 4 thing, which is probably the game I've played the most out of this series is 4. Even though this probably lives in the world of 2, I just wanted to use a little bit of 4 in here, just because it's my favorite. And I also have some other items from 4 that are kind of scattered around in this movie that people will notice. As much as 4 is the game I've played the most, I don't think it's very scary. 4 does not do nearly as much atmospheric heavy lifting as later games do. I mean, for me, the scariest moment of any Resident Evil game is in 8 when you're being pursued by the giant baby in the dark of that the basement. So some of the games after 4, I think, actually do a better job of building dread and suspense and terror. But the reason that I keep coming back to 4 is because the world is so big, the game is so huge. The mechanics are fantastic, and it does lean a little bit more action than some of the more horror-centric ones. But I don't know. I find it so relentlessly playable. I'm always interested in how it kind of goes from location to location to location, and you got to go through. At some point you're on a boat, and then you're on like a Indiana Jones Temple of Doom kind of mine cart thing going around. There's there's so much to do in that game, and I think that's something that I really dug about 4, is that you're not just trapped in one mansion and you've got to unlock a room and then go here and then unlock another room. You're moving through a world. And so that's something that I really took from that game in particular. And one of the other things that is in this movie that comes directly from the games is the need for keys and for padlocks being barriers. If you've ever played one of these games, you know that you always come to a locked door and you don't have what you need to get to the other side, and you have to go through hell to get the key to get out of here. And so that happens, I'd say, about 4 times over the course of this movie, where he's like, what is with all the f***ing padlocks, man? Anyone who's played the games will recognize exactly, what I'm doing.
I had a little bit of a problem on the road. I was wondering if I could use your phone.
It takes place almost in real time, but not really. There's a lot of time jumps, but yeah, it takes place over the course of one evening. I'm sort of existing just adjacent to it because I'm not obsessed with the timeline. For me, it's like this is the first night that the T-virus has broken out, and in this movie, it is like started in Raccoon City, and he's got to go straight into the eye of the storm, and so that's the deal. So I believe that when Leon arrives at the police station, that's still kind of like day 0, right, where shit's freshly gone wrong. So that's the timeline. Now I know that Raccoon City gets nuked, and I'm a little fuzzy on the timeline of when the nuke drops versus the day Leon sets foot in the police station. That nuking doesn't happen in this movie, which is why I'm not totally like brushed up on all that stuff. But yeah, this exists on like day 1, Raccoon City. Shit just went south. I was very, very fortunate to have a studio and a production company that really supported me and never got in the way of well, you know, we got to make sure we're doing X, Y, or Z. Like I was given nothing but support, and so I know there's all kinds of horror stories you hear about filmmakers dabbling with IP and running into all sorts of frustrations, but I truly didn't have that.
I'm in like a seriously messed up situation right now.
Oh man. Yo, yo, he actually confirmed some things that I exactly what I thought. But hey, only if you're a huge Resident Evil fan, you will also catch some of those things. Excited. I'm excited about that. I'm happy to hear that it literally takes place like between Resident Evil 2, the video game. He tried to make a canon with it. Once again, that leaves hope that in the sequel, we will get the heroes that we know, Chris Redfield or Leon or Jill or Claire. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy to hear that. I am happy to hear that, yo. Yeah, it's yeah. And yep, as you're watching it, man, I like that too. What he said about, because it happens every single time, especially in like Resident Evil 9, the new one. To open up the drawers, you need a key. You need a key for this. You need a key for that, or a lockpick. I hope this show like seems that he needs a lockpick. I don't know if he'll know how to use the lockpick, but everything is either a combination or a lockpick or keys, locked doors or padlocks. Yo, I'm happy he said that. Yo, you know what? I'm really excited for this one. I am really excited for this one. I hope this one is a banger and that he just starts working on the sequel. And I want him, if that's the case and this movie turns out to be a banger, I want him to do every other Resident Evil there is, because you're getting it by a true fan, somebody who knows the games, plays the games. You know what I'm saying? So I am really happy to hear that. I'm really happy to hear that. So, all right, guys. So yeah, comment below. Let me know your thoughts when it comes to the trailer for the new Resident Evil, which is right around the corner in September. And then let me know your thoughts when it came to the interview, what Zach had to say when it came to him making the movie. And also, I'm happy to hear that Sony didn't have his hands tied. He was able to do and make the movie he wanted, however he wanted. They didn't tell him, no, you can't do this, or no, you can't do that. So I was really happy to hear that as well. So comment below, guys. Let me know your thoughts on that. So, with that down, that was good. Let's go ahead and check out, guys. There's actually 2 trailers that I want to see when it comes to the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I guess they dropped a Heroes trailer and they dropped a Villains trailer. So let's go ahead and check that out. I want to go ahead and play the Heroes trailer first, and then we'll check out the Villains trailer. Okay, and I, give you my thoughts on that. Huge He-Man fan. I can say I've watched every He-Man cartoon episode from the 80s. You know what I mean? When I was a kid. So I did watch when they did the ones on Netflix by what's his name? This dude from Jay and Silent Bob. What's his name? I can't believe his name just went blank on me. Oh, this dude with the beard, fat dude. I forgot his name. But anyways, he actually did the 2 seasons, I believe it was, when he did for Netflix, when he remade the He-Man. I seen those. I thought it was okay. You know what I'm saying? But what was it, like He-Man Revelations and Evolution, or Evolution and Revelations? I think those were the names of it. So yeah, but I seen those. I thought they were pretty good. You know what I mean? But the old He-Man cartoons, yeah, I did see all of them. And then as I got older, then I was able to watch them all just as a refresh and be like, yep, I remember that, remember that. Saw how he met Cringer. So yeah, really happy about that. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and check out. This is going to be the featurette, actually, for the heroes, and then we will watch the featurettes to the villains. Okay, so let's do it.
Itania. It's this beautiful alien planet that comes under threat from Skeletor. And he's just bad.
The universe shall quake in my shadow.
Prince Adam's parents send him away to another planet. He lands on Earth and is stuck there for about 15 years.
I lost my sword, but I'm gonna find it.
Till his friend finds a way to bring him back home.
Tila?
Not now, Adam! Adam and Tila were childhood best friends.
Everything changed since you left.
It's all gone.
Tila's the woman of action leading the charge.
Somebody wants to brawl. Man-at-Arms is Tila's father. He's like an old school tough guy. He trained all the soldiers, including Adam, when he was a kid. When you fall, that's your chance to stand tall.
I have the power!
Along this really exciting journey, we meet these eccentric characters.
Mechanic, heroic human periscope. Fisto.
Cringer? And Ram Man. You Ram.
And you're a man. Hell yeah, I do.
Charming.
When we started visualizing this world, we wanted to do right by the fans.
This is my home. I'm gonna fight for it, but I can't do it without you.
These characters, they're so iconic. To see them come to life on a big screen makes you a little bit giddy.
Damn, yo, we got Ram Man, Mechanic. Oh man, that was dope. I am excited. I am excited to finally get an official He-Man movie. Official. And yo, check it out. If this movie does bang bust, you know what I mean? Like a shitload of dough, and it's like really official, because I mean they got the characters on point when it comes to the costumes and their looks. Yo, I want the same director to make, I hope this opens the doors, man, to Thundercats. I need a Thundercats live action movie. Like growing up, I watched, man, yo, the cartoons I watched growing up, Inspector Gadget, He-Man, Thundercats, Silverhawks, you know what I mean? It was just like, yo, those are the cartoons back in the days that I used to watch. You know? So, but give me a Thundercats movie from the same people that made this one, to be honest with you. If this movie just blows it out of the water. You know? So, really happy about that. So, okay, let's go ahead now. This was the featurette for the movie. Really dope, man. We had Ram Man. He's like, yeah, you Ram. You're a man. That was dope, man. All right, let's go ahead now and check out the featurette when it comes to the villains. Okay, you know we're going to get some Skeletor, but let's see who else they're going to show. All right, let's do this.
Skeletor. The Hordes. These characters, they become so iconic. The Hordes.
Oh, I had to play that back and pause it right there. Yo. Spycore. Whatchamacallit? This dude, Triclops right here. We got Triclops, Spycore, Goatman, and who is this guy? Who is this guy? But yo, okay, we got a shot of Triclops and Spycore. Okay. Not bad.
These characters, they become so iconic.
The great villains from my childhood from the 80s. They were funny, or they were scary, or they looked cool. Skeletor was all three of those things.
I shall kill you one by one. He's just an all-round bad guy.
Evil Lynn is just pure evil.
All these iconic villains bring the world to life. Goatman, Spikor, Trapjaw.
Sometimes bad people are the absolute most fun.
I am the villain. Does it feel good?
Yo, what was that? Let's get into like, does it feel good? Yo, Trapjaw looks crazy, yo. I'm excited. I am excited. Let's see here. Yo. Trapjaw looks dope. Look at that. Oh, man. That looks crazy. Right here, better look. Look at that. Man, that's pulled right out of the cartoons, man. Right out of the toys. Oh, man. Guys, comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Dope. I like the featurettes of the heroes and the villains. I mean, the villains look badass. The villains look badass. Oh, man. Right around the corner, guys. We got 1 month to go. June 5th. So, it's right around the corner. But comment below. Let me know your thoughts when it comes to the He-Man. Let me know who's excited. I know I'm excited. I've been waiting for this since forever. And once again, I just hope that this opens the doors for a live-action Thundercats movie. We need a live-action Thundercats movie. Okay? So, with that down, let's go ahead and check out. Let's go ahead and lighten it up a little bit now. I wanted to check out, I'm a huge fan of the Super Trooper movies, part 1 and part 2. So let's go ahead and check out. I guess they made a part 3. Let's check out the trailer to Super Troopers 3. And yeah, obviously, you know, they say no superhero movie when it comes to this trailer right here, but these guys are funny. I've laughed in all of their movies. 1, 2. They even did a movie in an island. Was it Dead Island or something Island? It's the same cast. It's like these guys all make, this whole group always makes movies together. So let's go ahead and check out the trailer to Super Troopers 3. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, go!
Tokyo Drift, motherfucker!
Fucking idiots.
All units respond. We have reports of a high-speed chase.
I give to you our first electric patrol car.
Fuck electricity! Boom!
Well, well, well. If it isn't the old-timers passing the torch to the new generation.
You beat my rookie in a foot race? No ticket. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, go!
Hey, Thorny, we're super excited for your hot sister's wedding.
To Rod Farva.
Son of a bitch.
Got any beer?
That's my shirt.
It's a good sex shirt.
I got a Postmates delivery of 12 short and wide condoms for Rod Farva.
Only 12? I guess I'll have to do.
Here I come, babe!
Come get your cream, girl!
I'm gonna stop this wedding. Mom, Dad, this is Farva.
Oh my God, babe, you clean up great.
I wonder if they have any white tea here. Oh, wait, that's me, Whitey.
We do like racial humor.
Who doesn't?
Arvid texted me his list of demands for the bachelor party. Bum fights, Russian roulette, strip club.
What the hell?
Hello, boys. Pull up a cuck chair.
Turn it around, turn it around. Tokyo Drift, motherfucker! Nerd!
What's it, Farber?
Is it possible we're no longer the cool guys in our own story?
Not a fucking chance. Okay, Farva. Time to pick your snake. This guy's actually kind of cute. Holy shit!
Since it's the neck, it's best to suck it out.
Oh. Check it out. Farva, that's my mom!
Fucking idiots.
Oh snap! That hey, yo, this guy was getting a boner while his mother-in-law was sucking the poison off his neck, and then these guys are also getting boners watching that happen. Oh my god! Yo, I'm happy it's just same people that made 1 and 2. I mean, yo, this one looks like it's gonna be funny. I'm happy the whole crew is back. Nobody's missing. I see they got a rookie there. It's crazy because in part 1, the white dude was the rookie. This other dude, the white dude, they're all rookies. But this dude, where is he? Let's see.
Patrol car.
In part 1, this guy here was the rookie. Rabbit. Yeah, his name was Rabbit in the movie. Rabbit, yeah. The dude in the, yep. So I remember that. He was the rookie in the first one. But I guess now this dude next to him is the new rookie. So, oh my God. This movie's got, yeah, I could tell you, part 1 and part 2 were hilarious. I'm sure this one, and like I said, you're bringing movies back that are freaking like over 20 years old. I'm sure this is gonna be hilarious. The trailer was already funny as hell. So I'm already happy about that, guys. Comment below, let me know if you guys seen Super Troopers 1 and 2. If you haven't seen Super Troopers 1 and 2, make sure you go watch it. I promise you, you guys are gonna just die laughing. These guys suck as cops. But yeah, comment below, let me know your thoughts on this one, guys. So yeah, there you have it. Okay, with that down, guys, it looks like we have another old timer of a movie coming back. Okay, this was a surprise right here, because especially these guys are also old. We have a trailer to the Jackass. What's this, like Jackass 5 at this point? 6? I don't even know. Or 4 or 5? I don't know. But let's go ahead and check it out. Let's see what this is about. Let's not waste no time. Let's jump right into it.
Reminder, the stunts in this movie were performed by professionals.
Hi, I'm Wee Man.
I'm Bam Margera.
I'm Preston Lacey.
I'm Chris Pontius.
So for your safety and the protection of those around you,
I'm Dave England.
I'm Danger Aaron. I'm Steve. I'm Ryan Dunn.
do not attempt any of the stunts you have just seen.
Hello, I'm Johnny Knoxville.
Hello, I'm Johnny Knoxville.
Hello, I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass.
Welcome to the first day of our last film. What are you feeling?
I'm sad.
Does it make you sad, Chris?
No, I'm not in touch with my emotions.
I would like to introduce you to our new cast member, Larry!
Nice to meet you all. Big fans.
Oh my gosh, he got you!
Give me a bucket of water so I can throw it on Larry. 25 years and we haven't learned a goddamn thing. Can someone go get the shot collar for your penis? Poopy said he wants to try it.
Hi, I'm Chris.
You're taking it to a whole other level.
Yeah.
Look pretty happy about it.
If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough.
High five. This is the escape room from hell. Start the game. I think we're moving to the next room.
If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough. When you get knocked down,
This jump something like you got it in the stomach pretty good. We are going to be making history today with the first robot prostate exam.
This is what Jackass looks like at 50. You see the finger on that thing?
That's not a finger. It's a claw.
Let's let it rip, baby.
Oh my God, these guys are crazy. You heard them, 25 years. Oh my. And then they were showing clips from the old movies that I've seen. And then you know which is old and which is newer. When every clip that they show of Johnny Knoxville with black hair, that were the old clips. And then obviously now he has white hair, but oh my God, that was some crazy. I'm gonna watch it. I've seen every other Jackass movie that they've done, but oh my God, these guys are crazy. Yo, between May and June, yo, we have a lot of good movies coming our way. Because June we got He-Man, and dropping with He-Man at the same time is the Scary Movie 6. So we got He-Man and Scary Movie. Oh, I got hiccups. Oh, hiccups. He-Man and Scary Movies both dropping at the same on the same day. And then we have this is dropping. Oh my God. These guys are crazy, guys. Let me know your thoughts when it comes to the Jackass movies. Have you guys seen all the Jackass movies? Are you going to check this one out? I mean, might as well. I guess this one is going to be the last one. I've seen all of them already, so why not? All right? So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. All righty. So with that down, guys, let's go ahead and finally check out some updates. Okay, we got a video here from my boy Warren over at the Cosmic Wonder. Okay, make sure to check him out. Make sure to subscribe to his channel. This is going to be the Avengers Doomsday leaked scene. At this point, I mean, come on. They've already showed the trailer to a bunch of people. When do we have to wait for the trailer? Some people think we're going to get the trailer this month, sometime this month in May. You know what I mean? So I don't know. At this point, I don't even know. But let's check out what leaks that he's talking about when it comes to the Avengers Doomsday. All right, let's check out Warren over here. Let's do it.
What is going on, Cosmic Crew? Thanks for stopping by the channel. Today we have a lot to go over for Avengers Doomsday. We're talking about a new leak scene and Avengers Secret Wars as well. It looks like Robert Downey Jr., based on some things that he said very recently in an interview, might have confirmed a big leak that we've gotten before for Avengers Secret Wars. Let's dive into it, not waste any time. You might have seen this photo. This photo has been going around online, and according to multiple insiders, it's real. This is from what we assume, based on what we know already, the beginning of Avengers Doomsday. This is Wolverine, and to his right is Tobey Maguire. Now, he is using a mocap suit, which is very interesting. But the big thing is we've heard about this scene before. We've heard that in the beginning of the film, there's going to be a scene where the X-Men go to Tobey Maguire Spider-Man's universe and they basically destroy it. So the X-Men have been through a lot of incursions before. That's what we've heard from the reports. The X-Men have been going through incursions. They figured out a way to save their universe, and that way is to destroy the other universe, the other Earth. And in so doing...
Dude, guess how much it cost me to make sure my family gets $1 million if something ever happens to me? You'll never...
They save their universe. It's messy. It makes you feel a lot of guilt. We've heard that Professor X feels a lot of guilt because of this, but in this scenario, it's them or us, and they choose themselves. So they've been destroying other universes, and the next one, or I should say the first one that we see in Avengers Doomsday is reportedly going to be Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man universe, and according to multiple insiders, this photo is real, so it seems like that scene is confirmed. Now, a lot of people are wondering exactly what is on Wolverine's chest there on his stomach. Now, there are many AI enhanced versions of this, but the original one, as you can see here, looks like this. So this again is Wolverine and Tobey Maguire, and it seems like Wolverine went on the planet, could possibly have fought Doc Ock because we have heard that he's going to be there as well. But it does seem like there's either something on him or something kind of pierced him. But either way, we know that he's going to fight Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man because that's what the reports have been telling us. What is very interesting that comes along with this photo is a new report from My Time to Shine Hello that says Tobey dies in Doomsday. On top of that, Cryptic HD Quality, who has a really good track record with leaks, says this. In reference to Avengers Doomsday reportedly being the final appearance for a lot of the Fox-era X-Men, they stated this, and I think it's actually true this time, and not just for them. They're ending almost everything that came before this saga. We're gonna bounce up a few universes we've already seen, and it kind of seems we might be starting off with ... and then a GIF of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. So everything points to this opening scene being between the X-Men universe and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man universe. But I don't think Tobey dies. One, I am definitely in denial. I don't want him to die. That's like my one rule for Avengers Doomsday. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man can't die. He's the one character that I just don't want to see go. You can let me know your thoughts about that. Who is the one character you don't want to see go? And would you be okay if Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man died, or would you riot like I would? Not really, but you know. But I don't think that's what's actually going to happen. I think they lead us to believe that he's dead. And I think the same thing goes for Wolverine, because we've heard in the past, actually, Tobey dies and Wolverine dies. But I think they come back eventually in Avengers Secret Wars. Now, we have heard a report that says eventually in Secret Wars, everybody kind of gets resurrected. That would bring Tobey back, but I kind of feel like that might cheapen some deaths a little bit. They would have to keep some deaths permanent in order for that not to be super cheap. But if everybody dies at the end and then gets resurrected, it kind of makes sense. If Doom is the only person left after the whole entire universe is destroyed and he brings it all back, I mean, it makes sense that he would bring the people back as well. And it also makes sense that a lot of people would die, with the exception of the people that are in the void in the quantum realm, because we've heard that that's where a lot of people are going to hide. So I don't personally believe that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is going to die. I believe they're going to try to make us think that he's dead. And if he does die, I believe he will be resurrected, because I just don't think Marvel would bring him back just to kill him. I think that would be a pretty big slap in the face, but go ahead and let me know your thoughts about that in the comments down below. Now, one thing I want to talk about is something that Tom Hiddleston has recently said, and I think this is really awesome. Tom Hiddleston recently said in an interview, when asked about Avengers Doomsday, of course, he said, "All I can tell you is that Avengers Doomsday is going to be magnificent and will defy all your expectations." He said, "It defied mine. When I read the film, I thought, this is going to be extraordinary." So Tom Hiddleston is reportedly insanely pleased with how the script is going to go. And I find this very interesting because we've heard reports that Loki doesn't have that much screen time in Avengers Doomsday, and I'm starting to wonder how accurate those reports are, because I think if he was only in it a little bit, Tom probably wouldn't feel this excited, and it wouldn't defy his expectations. I mean, the story sounds like it's going to be amazing based on everything we've heard, and from the people who saw the trailer at CinemaCon, it sounds like visually it's just going to be amazing. Combine that with a great story, I mean, we've got a grand slam here, which I think most people probably expect at this point in time. This movie's going to be massive. But defying his expectations makes me feel like Tom Hiddleston's Loki is going to have more time than we actually think he's going to have, or at least that's been reported, and that's an incredibly good thing. Also, at the same time, Kevin Feige has kind of teased what to expect from some of the action sequences. He stated, the way these guys, and he's talking about the Russo brothers here, the way these guys direct the action with Cyclops' powers is a sight to behold. Now, we've already seen like 2 seconds of it, and honestly, it's like one of the greatest things we've seen from Marvel so far. That scene with Cyclops taking off his visor with the Sentinels in the background and the optic blast just shooting out, one of the best things we've seen, and it's only like 2 seconds long, and it's just a teaser. We haven't even seen the full thing in the movie yet. But based on that, yeah, I have no doubt that one, finally, Cyclops is going to be handled properly and his powers properly demonstrated in a live action form. But two, just the action in general is going to be fantastic for this movie. Cannot wait to see it just visually. Can't wait. And then the last thing I want to talk about today is very interesting. You might have heard a little bit about this, but I want to dive deeper into it. Robert Downey Jr. has recently shared in an interview that him and Vanessa Kirby did dream work to help get into character for Avengers Doomsday. I find this very interesting because it's something that the two of them wanted to specifically do with each other to prepare for their roles, implying that there is going to be a really big connection between Victor Von Doom and Sue Storm, which makes sense because of the Fantastic Four post-credit scene. And I think by now, a lot of us have realized that that post-credit scene isn't Doctor Doom showing up as a threat. It's Doctor Doom showing up to the Fantastic Four to basically ask for help. So I think it's going to go kind of like this. Doctor Doom shows up. We get that post-credit scene. Sue Storm is on high alert. She has her powers ready. She sees that it's Doom. He turns around. The mask is off because Franklin Richards is, feeling his face, and we see the mask at his side in his hand. The mask is off, so he's going to turn. He's going to look at Sue, and she's going to go something along the lines of, "Oh, Victor, it's you." And she's probably going to realize that he's scarred now.
ChatGPT, can I make money on Airbnb with $0?
So she's going to be like, "What happened?" And he's going to say, "Something big is coming." Right? So this isn't a Doctor Doom shows up. He's a threat to the Fantastic Four. Sue's going to fight him. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's more along the lines of, "Victor, what are you doing here? Are you okay? What happened?" And he says, "Look, something big is happening. I need yours and Reed's help. I need the Fantastic Four's help, and we got to leave this universe. We got to go to a different one." That's more along the lines of what's going to happen. But what I want to talk about is what's going to happen in Avengers Secret Wars. But I want to read exactly what they said. So Robert Downey Jr. says this: "Going back into doing this next Avengers Doomsday film where I'll be playing Victor Von Doom, now a brand new take on my involvement, having been the first lead in a reiteration of Marvel, creating the MCU, and my co-star, Vanessa Kirby, was like, 'Hey, would you want to do some dream work?' And I was like, 'You know what? It's been a while.' And I did that one-on-one. This would be more of a group thing." I go, "Yeah, I want that community." So dream work is basically exploring your subconscious when it comes to playing certain characters. It's a method that actors do sometimes. And when asked to elaborate on this, this is what Robert Downey Jr. said: "Well, if we're smarter in groups, then it stands to reason we're probably deeper in groups. If you want to get together and do dream journaling and have things that seem completely unrelated wind up going, no, your subconscious is giving you something. And if it's correctly interpreted, it can help your own evolution. And naturally, the product will benefit. I'm not quite sure what it's going to be. It's a new facilitator, but I know that the people that she learned from, the Sandra Sea Cats, and all that stuff of the world, and I'm just open. That's the main thing, is openness to new experiences. So whatever it is, whatever that new experience is, I'll be open to it." You can think whatever you want about that, right? Because I'm sure some people will have a lot of different thoughts on that. But what I'm taking from this is that they are really diving deep into these characters, and they're really working on their relationship with each other, so their relationship with their two characters can be on point for the movie. And that's what I'm excited for. But I think the fact that they're working so close with each other has a lot to do with what we're going to see happen in Avengers Secret Wars. If you recall the concept art for Avengers Secret Wars that was leaked, and it is real, we see a scene where Doctor Doom is on the throne. To one side, he has Doctor Strange, but to the other side is Sue Storm and Franklin Richards. I think this, what Robert Downey Jr. is saying, is very telling of what to expect. I think him and Sue are very close. And I think there is probably a lot of jealousy there with Doom and Reed, because this is exactly what happens in Secret Wars in the comics. When Doctor Doom creates Battleworld and he becomes God Emperor Doom, his wife is Sue Storm. His two kids are Franklin and Valeria. That's how it is. It looks like they're just basically doing that in the MCU. We've actually heard a report that Victor Von Doom in the MCU had a family, and it could be that his wife was actually a variant of Sue Storm or looked incredibly like her. So his family is gone. So it would make sense that when he builds this new world, he would make Sue Storm his wife, and Franklin and possibly Valeria as well, his children. Regardless, they're going to have a close relationship because they are working incredibly close with each other to make sure their characters are done properly on screen, and especially the chemistry between the two of them. And the Russo brothers even teased Victor Von Doom next to Sue Storm and Franklin in a video that they actually released on Instagram. So something big is coming with them. And I think it's basically going to be Robert Downey Jr. taking the life of Reed Richards on Battleworld and making his family Victor Von Dooms. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I think it's very telling. But you can go ahead and let me know your thoughts about this and everything in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest Marvel news. And you can also find us on TikTok and Instagram. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.
Holy snap. Yo, that's some good news right there. But you know what? One thing he said doesn't make any sense, because if Doctor Doom is supposed to be in the same universe as the Fantastic Four, there's no way that there would be a variant of Sue Storm. Like, why would there be a variant if you guys are in the same universe? Maybe he is married and has somebody that probably looks like her, but it's not a variant. You know what I mean? So it makes no sense that he had a kid if he's in the same universe as the Fantastic Four, a wife that was Vanessa Kirby and a kid that was Franklin Richards. It makes no sense because you guys live in the same universe. How would these two people be your wife and your son if you guys live in the same universe? Which, that's the same universe, the Fantastic Four, that Steve Rogers, Captain America, was sent to by Loki. So at that, when we're watching the Fantastic Four movie, Captain America is in that same universe. So that's pretty dope as well. Which, there's a scene in the Fantastic Four movie that you see a headshot in the back of a dude sitting down watching the Fantastic Four on the TV, and the back of his head and the whole back part of him looks like Steve Rogers, Captain America, and he's sitting next to a 10-year-old kid, which in the movie is saying that Captain America had a 10-year-old son. So that's the part that's kind of iffy. And supposedly in this movie, Dr. Doom does not show his face. So either what's going to happen is Sue Storm comes in, Franklin is touching his face, and when she talks to Doom, he's either going to put the mask back on and then turn his face. I don't think that he's going to show his face right there. Like, think about it. If he's touching his face and Invisible Woman says, you know, Victor, then Victor is not just going to take and look at her. He's probably going to put the mask back on and then show his face with the mask on. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It could go either way. So, but yeah, only because supposedly he's not showing his face. I mean, we'll see his face, I'm sure, at some point, but that no other character in the movie is going to see his face until Avengers Secret Wars. So, supposedly that was one of the rumors. So, but guys, comment below. Let me know your thoughts when it comes to that one right there. All right, so check it out. Now, with that down, we do have one more. We have another, update from Warren when it comes to the Spider-Man brand new day. Now, you guys know Spider-Man is right around the corner. Spider-Man is dropping on July 1st. What up, Tokyo? Spider-Man is dropping on July 1st. So we got some post-credit rumors. Now, I didn't see this whole thing, but supposedly, I think what he's going to talk about is, remember, nobody knows who Spider-Man is. So, but supposedly the only two people that will remember that Peter Parker is Spider-Man is Hulk, not Bruce Banner, but the Hulk, and Steve Rogers, Captain America. Because when Doctor Strange did the spell for everyone to forget, remember, Captain America was in another universe. You could say he was in another timeline, or he was already in the Fantastic Four universe, because that's where, according to rumors, Loki sends him to live with Peggy and his son in the Fantastic Four universe. So let's go ahead and check it out. Let's see what Warren has to say. Spider-Man is 2 months away, and I'm really excited about that one, guys. So let's go ahead. Let's not waste no time.
What is going on, Cosmic Crew? Thanks for stopping by the channel. Today we have a ton of Spider-Man Brand New Day news to go over. We have a rumored post-credit scene, at least one of them, for Spider-Man Brand New Day that I think makes a ton of sense and does directly connect Tom Holland's Spider-Man to either Avengers Doomsday or Avengers Secret Wars. We know they did reshoots recently for Avengers Doomsday, so perhaps they included Tom Holland's Spider-Man in Doomsday after all. We then have a first look at some Funko Pops for Spider-Man Brand New Day, new ones, and official descriptions for Peter Parker and Savage Hulk in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Let's not waste any time. Let's go in. So the first one we're going to talk about is that the rumored post-credit scene for Spider-Man Brand New Day. I say rumored because it is a rumor. Don't take this as something confirmed, but at the same time, I wanted to talk about it because I do think it makes a ton of sense, and I would actually like to see it. We know one of the post-credit scenes is obviously going to be about something that happened in Spider-Man Brand New Day on a grounded level. We've heard rumors that perhaps the symbiote is going to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day. We heard something along the lines of Tombstone is handed a vial, and in that vial, the symbiote is in that vial. Maybe Spider-Man already has the symbiote in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Maybe that's the post-credit scene. We'll have to wait and see. But the next one connecting Spider-Man to Doomsday and or Secret Wars has to do with Captain America, specifically Steve Rogers returning. And it involves basically Steve being the only person who actually remembers Peter Parker, because he was not on our Earth when Doctor Strange did the spell. And if you think about it, it makes a ton of sense. If Captain America returns and they're gathering all of the heroes together, we have the Thunderbolts, we have the Avengers, and a lot of these characters are returning that, of course, Steve Rogers knows, and we already know he's going to run into Thor pretty early on in the movie, and then he's looking for everybody else and kind of assessing, all right, who do we have? What characters are here? Let me meet the new ones, let me meet the new team, and let me, have a reunion with the old characters. Okay, where's Spider-Man? Where's Peter Parker? And everyone's going to go, well, who's Peter Parker? Well, Peter Parker is Spider-Man. And no one's going to know that. His name is completely erased from history, basically. We learned that with the first 3 pages of the script being released earlier this week from Entertainment Weekly. Basically, what they have said is going to happen, and this is Marvel, is that it's going to be like Back to the Future. He's basically going to just be erased. If his picture is in a photo with a bunch of people, it just disappears. His name, it's going to disappear. There are going to be no signs that Peter Parker ever existed. But Steve Rogers will remember who he was because he was in a different timeline when Doctor Strange did the spell. So when he comes back, he's naturally just going to look at everybody and go, well, where's Spider-Man? Where's Peter Parker? And then the post-credit scene for Spider-Man Brand New Day could be him going to get Peter Parker to try to get him to join the cause, to join the fight, either for Avengers Doomsday or to try and recruit him for what's about to happen in Avengers Secret Wars. We don't know how Avengers Doomsday is going to specifically end as far as where the heroes are going to be, if they're in the Void, if they're in the Quantum Realm, but we do know Doctor Doom is going to win. And he is going to create Battleworld. And it seems like, based on some hints that the Russo brothers have been giving us and that Marvel has been giving us in interviews and such, it seems like that's not going to be the end of Doomsday. In fact, we've heard from Alex Perez that in the second act, Marvel's going to try to make it seem like the movie is done, but then boom, we go into another act. Which also means that the movie should be pretty long. So I'm really excited about that. But perhaps we think it ends with Doctor Doom creating Battleworld, but then it goes on a little bit more and we kind of find out what people are up to. One of those could be Steve Rogers going to get Spider-Man to help with the cost. So if Steve Rogers shows up in the post-credit scene for Spider-Man Brand New Day, that doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to be a part of Doomsday. That could just mean they're recruiting him for Secret Wars. But by that time, the entire multiverse should be destroyed. So in some way, shape, or form, it should be during the events of Avengers Doomsday, but we might not see what actually happens until Secret Wars. Or, like I said, they've recently done reshoots. Maybe they've added Tom Holland's Spider-Man in there because he finally had time. He's been doing a lot. He filmed a lot, and he finally got through with most of it. So he had some open time that he could go and he could do those reshoots. So perhaps more of Tom Holland's Spider-Man could be in Avengers Doomsday right now. But let me know what you think about that. Again, not confirmed, but rumored post-credit scene. Again, I think it makes total sense because I think Steve Rogers would look at all the heroes he has, and I think he would go, well, where's the kid? As Tony referred to him. Where's Peter Parker? We need Spider-Man. So let me know your thoughts about that. Now, moving on to these Funko Pops. I love these for many reasons. I'm getting them. You'll have to let me know if you're getting them. But let's take a look at Spider-Man first. A lot of people are freaking out over this. Ripped suit. You can just tell there's tears everywhere on his suit right here, but on his legs, on his chest, on his arms, there's actual rips. And what we have heard is that in the beginning of the film, there's going to be a montage, and this is going to be kind of our time jump. Yes, in the beginning of the film, it's going to take place 9 months after the events of No Way Home, but then we go into this montage, which should jump us about 4 years into the future. So in this montage, he's fighting many different villains, and this is kind of the trajectory of it. With each fight, he learns a little bit more about himself, and his suit gets ripped, and he upgrades his suit. He has a fabricator, and he has AI. So we're going to work our way up to that, obviously, because he doesn't just have that at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home. He has the suit, but it's going to get ripped, and he's going to just upgrade it over and over and over again. And I am really excited to see how the AI is going to be incorporated into his suit in this film. Also, we have this look at the Hulk, and I should specifically say the Savage Hulk, because obviously right here it's showing us he's back. And we have a description to go over as well. And it looks like the Hulk might actually remember who Peter Parker is, much like in the comics. But I love this right here. I love both of these Funkos. I'm going to be getting both. And I love that the Savage Hulk is back. He still kind of has the hair of Bruce Banner. So they're going to be, they're making sure to kind of keep that part of him, right? Like showing us that it is kind of more aged Mark Ruffalo, more aged Bruce Banner. But I do love these Funko Pops. And one thing I do want to say, I have to talk about this almost every time we talk about Spider-Man Brand New Day. Sadie Sink being Jean Grey. You've recently heard, I'm sure, that there have been test screenings for Spider-Man Brand New Day. We broke it down in a recent video. The test screenings reactions were overwhelmingly positive. But now we're hearing from some sources from people who said that they know people who have seen the test screening, and they have confirmed that Sadie Sink is Jean Grey. So just even more confirmations now. It really does seem like that is who she's playing. I don't really have any doubt in my mind, but as always, let me know your thoughts. Now, going into these descriptions for Peter Parker and then the Hulk. The first one for Peter Parker reads as this: Spider-Man is back in action and hard at work keeping New York City safe. An anonymous hero and brilliant scientist, Peter Parker creates his own cutting-edge technology and builds his own suit. Now, we recently learned that because we recently saw the original 3 pages of the script. And yeah, we know he has, like I mentioned, a fabricator. That's what he calls it. And yeah, he makes his own suits, and that's going to be awesome to see. And as we just saw in that Funko Pop, there's going to be very particular reasons he makes his own suits and continuously remakes them, because he's continuously fighting people. And that's why there's so many villains in this movie, because we're just going to see him fight so many people. It's going to be awesome. But then we get into 2 descriptions for the Hulk. They're very interesting. One says, Spider-Man is surprised to see the Hulk again after so much time has passed, and has no idea if Hulk will remember him. Will Hulk be a friend or foe? Now, I think this is hinting at a lot. I think this is hinting, obviously, that Spider-Man and the Hulk are going to fight. We're not going to have the Hulk rage out again and go savage and even get a version of the Gray Hulk. That's confirmed because we've seen leaked concept art for that. We're not going to get all that for him not to fight Spider-Man. He's definitely fighting Spider-Man. But the whole point of will Hulk remember him is very interesting, because in the comics, when Peter gets erased from everybody's minds, the Hulk remembers him. Not Bruce Banner, but the Hulk does. And I think that's going to be the same for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Even in that scene where Peter walks up to Bruce Banner and he says, "What did you say your name was?" Well, that's most likely because Peter is saying, "My name is Maynard," because that is reportedly the name that he gave himself. Remember, Peter Parker is erased from history, even the name itself. So he has a new name now. And I think Bruce Banner might realize, because of the Hulk, this is Peter Parker. It seems like the Hulk will remember for sure, but we'll have to wait and see about.
I got this comic book. Right here. The Hulk, Spider-Man fighting the Gray Hulk. Yep. Now, who's the strongest one there is? Yep, I have this comic book. This is the dope comic. It's funny he showed that one. I was actually thinking about that comic book, and look at that, he shows it. Yep.
Bruce Banner specifically, but I think by the end of the movie, he probably figures it out. But there's another description for him, and it says, Super Hulk is ready to Hulk out. Super Hulk is ready to Hulk out. Bruce Banner has turned into your favorite green machine, and he's ready to tackle any creature that looks his way. I love this. So this basically is like, he's Super Hulk. First of all, that's really awesome. It kind of implies that this is going to be a bigger Hulk than we've seen before. And from previous reports, we've heard that this Hulk is basically going to be like the Hulk that we got from the first 2 Avengers films. So the Avengers and Age of Ultron, which, yes, that's exactly what we need. But I love that he apparently is going to be so mad that he's ready to tackle any creature that looks his way. So again, yes, Hulk versus Spider-Man, Hulk versus Spider-Man and the Punisher, Hulk versus Spider-Man, the Punisher, and Jean Grey. It's going to be epic. And he's going to be incredibly angry, which is what we've been missing. I mean, Hulk smash. Don't make the Hulk angry. We haven't had that in the MCU for a very long time. We're finally getting that, and apparently we're getting a Super Hulk, which I'm 100% here for. And last but not least, just a heads up for everybody, TV spots have started for Spider-Man Brand New Day. There have been TV spots in Spanish, so I don't know if that's, or maybe Portuguese. I don't know if that's in Brazil, if that's in some Latin American countries, not sure. But a Spanish or Portuguese TV spot has been released, which means more are about to come, more in English, more in the US, the UK, wherever you're at. Look for them, because they're going to start to drop promotions for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Are going to pick up really soon. Tom Holland said that they're going on a humongous, his word, humongous press tour. So a lot is going to ramp up for Spider-Man Brand New Day, and hopefully for Avengers Doomsday pretty soon as well. But go ahead, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like.
Oh, man. Hey, what up, Mama Rezi? Hey, Steph. Listen, so what you missed, we already did the, make sure to play it back. I will be doing it in segments, cutting up segments, posting them as individual videos. But we did do the reaction to the Resident Evil movie. We had another reaction to Zach talking about him making the Resident Evil movie. I cannot wait for that. We did the reaction for the He-Man, the 2 featurettes when it comes to the heroes and the villains. We did the reaction for the Super Troopers 3. We did the reaction to the Jackass 3, or at this point, what, Jackass 4 or 5. And then we just did a reaction just now to the Avengers Doomsday update. This is the Spider-Man Brand New Day update. So yeah, so then now we're going to be doing the reaction for the Spider-Man Noir, the black and white trailer and the color trailer. So we're going to be doing that now. But guys, yo, check it out. I'm excited for this one here. Next month, July 31st, we got the Spider-Man Brand New Day dropping. I'm excited. I really hope, man. I hope that at the end, we do have Captain America, Steve Rogers, meet up with Peter Parker and recruit him. That will be amazing. And that Hulk does recognize him, because it does happen in the comic book that Hulk does know the identity of Peter Parker. You know what I mean? So that would be dope, guys. So comment below. Let me know your thoughts. A lot of good updates coming your way. The movie is right around the corner. 2 more months. And we'll for sure know what the hell is going to happen in Spider-Man. But guys, with all that down, comment below. Let me know your thoughts. I'm excited. 2 months to go. So there we go. Okay. So with that down, guys, let's go ahead now. I left it for last. This is going to be my trailer reaction for the Spider-Man Noir starring Nicolas Cage. Now, the reason I left it for last was because originally, when the first trailer dropped for the Spider-Man Noir, I did my reaction to it, but for some reason, YouTube blocked my reaction. So I wasn't able to post it, even though people posted their reaction and all their stuff. I wasn't able to post it, whether the black and white one or the colored one. I did the reaction for both. So I'm like, you know what? I'm doing this live stream. Let me leave the Spider-Man trailer reaction for last. That way, if in case YouTube wants to block it, it doesn't mess up my whole live stream. You know, because I will be cutting it down in segments. So if it doesn't go through, this will be just one segment I'll have to erase. And as I'm cutting down all my reactions today in segments, I guess I won't be able to post this one here. But at least you guys that are here will be able to watch it live, my reaction. I'm excited. This is going to be the full trailer for the Spider-Man Noir. Because, yeah, technically the one that we got the first time was about the teaser. But this Spider-Man movie drops this month, guys, on the 28th, I believe. So we got like 25 more days, and we'll be watching the Spider-Man Noir. So let's go ahead, jump into it, man. I really hope that YouTube lets me post my reaction this time. It blocked it last time. That's why I come. If you guys look at my channel, there's no reaction to the Spider-Man Noir, and that sucked. I was so mad. But with that down, let's go ahead and check out in black and white first, guys, because comment below, let me know how you're going to watch it first. I'm watching the Spider-Man show in black and white. The good thing is, I think it's like, let's say 8 or 10 episodes, right? Netflix is dropping them all at once. I mean, not Netflix, I'm sorry, Amazon. And I believe they're dropping it all at once. Now, I'm watching it first in black and white because I believe that you should be watching Spider-Man Noir in black and white. That's how it was made to be watched. Then, after I watch the episodes in black and white, then I'll go back and watch them all again in color. But that's just me. Comment below and let me know how you guys are going to watch it first. All right, let's not waste no time. Let's check out the full trailer to the Spider-Man Noir.
Every mystery forms a complex web. But pull the right strand, and it's a straight line to the answer.
I'm glowing bright obsidian. Universe trends to disorder. Axolotl amphibian monsters on the loose. Unelemental chemical. All you can do is fight to keep the chaos from your door.
I came here to offer you a job. My friend disappeared.
You haven't given us much to go.
What can I say? The world's a dangerous place. But I think you're braver than you let on.
Got me growing 6 black tentacles.
You've been in a hole ever since Ruby died.
We're chasing ghosts.
Maybe we can be alone together.
This is your chance to put that shovel down.
So what are you waiting for? Let the best man live.
This is how it ends.
The people could use a hero. Fighting is the point.
He's the best show in town.
What happened to your face?
I walked into a door.
How many times?
Well, that's new.
Yes, it sounds crazy, I know.
Yo, that's dope. I like that we can see the holes in his wrist. He has the organic webbing, and his web is black, too. It's not white like all the other Spider-Man. He has black webbing. So that's pretty dope right there. But, yo, that was dope. Guys, black and white is the way to see it, man. I'm telling you, black and white is the way to see it. Now, we're going to go ahead and jump right into the trailer for the color trailer to see how it looks in color. Like, yeah, I know and then the thing with the color trailer is it's not your typical regular color. You know, it kind of like pops out just a little more, but still keeping it in like that old-fashioned era, you know? But, yeah, let's go ahead and check out once again, the Spider-Man Noir in color. But like I said, listen, black and white is the way to watch it. Then we could do color. Now, yeah, color you're gonna see a lot more pop out, a lot more with the graphics and all that. But I just think, me personally, black and white's the way to go. But let's check out the color, and you guys let me know your thoughts. Here we go. Let's not waste no time, baby.
Every mystery forms a complex web. But pull the right strand, and it's a straight line to the answer.
I'm glowing bright obsidian. Universe trends to disorder. Axolotl amphibian monsters on the loose. Unelemental chemical. All you can do is fight to keep the chaos from your door.
I came here to offer you a job. My friend disappeared.
You haven't given us much to go.
What can I say? The world's a dangerous place. But I think you're braver than you let on.
Got me growing 6 black.
You've been in a hole ever since Ruby died.
We're chasing ghosts.
Maybe we can be alone together.
This is your chance to put that shovel down.
So what are you waiting for? Let the best man live.
This is how it ends.
The people could use a hero. Fighting is the point.
He's the best show in town.
What happened to your face?
I walked into a door.
How many times?
Well, that's new. Yes, it sounds crazy, I know.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. The colors do pop out. You know what I'm saying? When you see it in color, how it looks, it actually is something I did notice. Like I said, something we're just used to watching everything in color. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I did notice was that scene where Sandman hits the car and Spider-Man goes flying. Next to Sandman is Electro. So it looks like Electro and Sandman team up in this movie to go against Spider-Man. And then Spider-Man throws the web at somebody, some black dude with like his face all kind of messed up. You know what I mean? I'm like, is that their version of, I'm sure it's not. It's not. But only because the way his face looked, I'm like, was that his version of Rhino? You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if he had like a face kind of like a Rhino type of thing, or mutation or something like that. But yo, it looks good. Even in color, it looks good. You know, everything pops out more. You get to notice more things, you know. But that's why I'm still gonna watch the black and white first. So once I watch it in black and white, I'm gonna know, see everything that happens. And then when I watch it in color, I'm already gonna know what's happening, and then I can point out, okay, I didn't see this in the black and white. I didn't notice this, or I didn't notice that. That I'm now noticing it on my second viewing in color. So there you guys have it, man. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts when it comes to the color, when it comes to the black and white. Like, listen, some things are just made to be watched better in black and white. Like when it comes to when Marvel did the presentation of Werewolf by Night, first they dropped it in black and white. And it looked amazing. It looked dope. Then a month or two later, they dropped it in color. And I watched it, but I preferred it better in black and white, only because of the kind of era that it took place in. Like if you're doing like an old-fashioned movie, things like that, you know. And I used to love black and white movies. Like, come on, I love the Three Stooges. I love Laurel and Hardy. I love, I used to watch Charlie Chaplin. So like, I'm used to like that black and white era. So some things for me, no, you know what? I'm cool. And I'm cool if it was done in black and white and they would never do it in color. Like if this show was just black and white and they didn't do it in color, I'm cool with that. Because it was meant to be watched in black and white. The era of the show, the type of show that it is. We know that Spider-Man Noir is a black and white character. You know what I mean? So, but that's just me, guys. Let me know your thoughts when it comes to that. I want to know how you guys are going to watch it first. Now, I've heard from people that say they're going to watch it in color first, and then they're going to watch it in black and white. I hear black and white first, then I'll watch it in color. But me personally, black and white, then I'll watch it in color. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But there you have it, guys. There you have it. I finally caught up with all of the trailer reactions, with everything. Listen, I've been busy with work, and now that I started going to the gym. I've already finished going to the gym already for like a whole week. This is like my second week. And I go to the gym 2 hours a day, every single day. Every single day, 2 hours a day. Actually, I'm lying, because the other day I was at the gym for 3 hours. I just had so much energy. I looked and I was like, man, I normally try to go at 5 o'clock, from 5 to 7. The other day I looked at my time, it was 8 o'clock. I'm like, man, I gotta get the hell out of here. You know what I mean? I gotta make dinner for the kids and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm already induced into the gym, working out. I literally lost like 30 pounds in a week. So that's a good thing. I'm actually doing something right. You know, I'm not in pain no more. You know how it is when you first start working out, you're all sore, you're in pain, but nope. The fact that I go every single day, my body now, my muscles, everything is getting used to it. And it's showing on the scale, so I can't complain. You know what I mean? But guys, I finally caught up with the trailer, that Resident Evil movie. Oh my God. I'm not lying to you. Yo, I want to play some Resident Evil now. When I was watching that and watching the director talk about it, I'm like, yo, man, I want to jump back on and play some more Resident Evil 9. Even though I done beat it already like 5 times. You know what I mean? I got the unlimited ammo. I played it and beat it on the, what's insanity mode. You know what I mean? I've already done it. I beat it on easy. I beat it on medium. I beat it on hard. I beat it on insanity mode. I mean, but watching things like that, it's like, man, I want to jump back in. Or maybe jump back into another Resident Evil game that I haven't played in a while. You know what I mean? And maybe do a live stream on that. Whether it's Resident Evil Revelations. They had a deal on Steam. I bought like every single Resident Evil game. I bought one that I know I haven't streamed. I got like Resident Evil Revelations 1, Revelations 2. But yeah, I'm waiting for them to do the remake for the Resident Evil Code Veronica. I beat that like about 3 or 4 times back in the days when it first came out for PlayStation. But yeah, I'm excited for that new Resident Evil and the He-Man dropping next month, guys. So let me know your thoughts on all that, okay? So, with all that said, I'm all caught up. Guys, comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Check it out. If it's the first time checking me out, make sure you guys go ahead, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. It'll let you know when I have all types of videos coming your way. Make sure to follow us, Heroes and Villains Collectibles, on Instagram. If you guys want to see photos of the statue collection of Marvel, whether it's Hot Toys collection, whether it's the Lego builds, whether it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle collection, all that good stuff, you guys can go ahead and find it on the Heroes and Villains Collectibles Instagram. All right, so with all that down, this was dope. This was awesome. And once again, it was easy for me to just do everything on a live stream that I've been backed up on. I've just been so busy with the gym. And it's already 4:15. So at 5 o'clock, I'm happy this is all done. Because at 5 o'clock, I'm off to the gym. So I know I wasn't going to come back. By the time I'm done with the gym, I'm all tired. Oh, you know what I want to do? Be on the lookout. I want to do the live stream. You believe I bought this game 2 weeks ago. I still haven't been able to play it. The Mouse PI Detective for Hire. The black and white mouse game. I bought the game. My kids done already played the game. I just haven't had time to play it. So fingers crossed that I can come back from the gym and at least do a gaming stream on finally playing Mouse PI for Hire. So I finally bought the game like 2 weeks ago. I just haven't played it. So my goal is to come back from the gym and do a gaming stream. So be on the lookout for that, guys, and make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell. So with all that down, this was dope. This was awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you guys that was able to join me on the live stream. And be on the lookout. I will be doing a live stream on comic books, man. Let's talk comic books. I got over 3,000 comic books, and I got to start separating. I got to start grading comics and all that good stuff. So I know there's a lot of you guys out there that are way smarter than me when it comes to the best comic books to send out to get graded on. So you can't get everything graded. But that'll be a whole different live stream and video on its own. Okay, so I appreciate each and every one of you guys. This was dope. This was awesome. This has been another episode of Heroes and Villains Collectibles. I'm your boy, LC. Till next time, guys. Peace.